Up next on the Tesla Plaid channel.
You want to get another one?
Minutes, 4 lines closed.
We got a few minutes, let's send it. We're out at Bradenton Motorsports Park, and we brought out a spare set of wheels. These are the Nittos that we've run on the Martian wheels many times before on the channel. Not to put on my car tonight, but to lend to a guy out here. That's the BoostedBoiz E-Roy, as they call it, who's got a Tesla with some really heavy wheels on there. He's got the original 21-inch Michelins, and those things are boat anchors, as we've shown on the channel before. We've run those Michelin side by side with the Nittos and these Pirellis. And one night I think we made 7 runs in 2 identical Plaids. Only difference was the tires and wheels. And these 19s with Pirellis were faster every single run. Even the slowest run on the Pirellis was faster than the fastest run of the entire night on those Michelin. So that proved pretty clearly. Maybe we'll get a chance to run side by side, but first things first, gotta unload all this weight before we make any passes ourselves. So Carmen's Hellcat has a Whipple aftermarket supercharger on it. See the Nitrous solenoids right here as well. Nitrous outlet, Nitrous injection right before the supercharger right there. All right, our first run tonight is against Carmen's Hellcat. He's got quite a few modifications. He's got an aftermarket supercharger on there, plus nitrous oxide. We've seen him run 910s out here, and we're hoping to run a 910 also. We're at 94% battery state of charge. Drag strip mode still says it's a couple minutes till peak performance ready. It'll probably get there by the time we get to the starting line. We've run Carmen a couple of times before, and I think at this moment we're 1-1. I'm expecting the prep to be good. We're kind of deep staged here. Can't cut it too close. Now. We all 60-footed in, man. I think he's spinning. Well, we're peak performance ready now. Not sure if it was at the moment we launched or not, but close enough. So we used about 3% for that run. We're not certain if we're going to get to run Kyle in his E-Roy tonight, so we want to save some charge for that in case we do. But couldn't pass up a chance of the rematch with Carmen.
925.
Thank you. So that was a 925, 150.05 miles an hour. So right at our limit, where we're supposed to run under the NHRA street legal rules, 150 miles an hour. We knew that 60-foot wasn't our best, 149, when we've done as good as 143s out here. They're ripping the slips tonight, so I've only seen the first half. I don't think there's too much to see on Carmen's slip because I think he aborted the run once he blew the tires off. Good first run. It's high 90 degrees out here, by the way. We're all sweating big time. All right, so the other Tesla's got some Yokohamas on there now on 19-inch wheels, much lighter. Went from 65 pounds in the back to around 50. Lost about 60 pounds of unsprung weight. So those tires and wheels are even lighter than what we've got on, but we drive to the track. We're not trailer in our Tesla, so we've got street legal summer radials here.
Ready, Andrew?
All right, we're gonna run Kyle in the BoostedBoiz E-Roy. He's about 700 pounds lighter than us, but he's running a lot of 9.0s lately. We just swapped on some better tires, those Yokohamas. We're drag strip mode, peak performance ready. We're at 90% battery state of charge. He's at 97. This is his first pass of the night, our second pass of the night. He's gonna stage first, Pro Tree. He's gonna give the starter a signal. We agreed we're both gonna take a bulb. He gets second bulb first. This should be fun. I'm hoping he breaks the record, but if he does, he'll beat me by a country mile. If he runs 9.0s like he was running last night out here, then we've got a chance, especially if we can cut a 910, which is certainly possible with these conditions if we get a good 60-foot. I know they're filming over there. I don't want to rush them on the bulb. He's going to take second bulb first. There he goes. Okay. Deep in the launch control here. And he's going to give a thumbs up to the starter. Oh no, the starter already went. On his pass. The problem back there on the tree was the starter was supposed to wait to see Kyle's thumbs up before he triggered the light, but we were sitting there on green for quite some time, and what can we do at that point? It wasn't Kyle's plan to give me the move. He probably could have run an 880. We'll see if he run another one, but there's no point in me just leaving on him, so he might have been sitting for another couple of seconds, and that would have been a waste. So, under the circumstances, all I could do was wait for him to move. He had to put the time slip through the vent in the roof.
I saw him 2 weeks ago and nothing on it.
Yeah, it keeps changing every week. Thanks. All right, fun run. We ran a 926 at 150.3. We're down to 87% battery state of charge. This is where it starts to make a difference. I find anything over about 86, 87% is all pretty much the same ET because the car's got more power than traction. But once you get like 85% and lower, that's where it starts to slow down a little bit at a time. Not a lot, 1/10 of a second for every 15% roughly. We've run down at 40% state of charge. We are still running 960s. And to get from 90% down to 43% per pass, that would be like 16, 17 runs. Even if I did 3 per hour for 6 hours straight, that's 18. I'll still be running 960s.
Light was already green, so I didn't know what to do.
Yeah, that's fine.
We'll have to try that again.
I think the starter just didn't get the memo.
Yeah.
I'll talk.
I told him, I was like, wait till I get the thumbs up, and then Kyle was doing something there.
All right, round 2, we're gonna go off the tree this time. They just re-prepped it. We are the first 2 cars going down on this prep. We're gonna get all the glue we can onto these tires, hopefully get back into the 140/60 foots. Should be possible. We're at 86% battery state of charge. Drag strip mode, 2 minutes from peak performance ready, but we might be there by the time they are done shooting. All right, he's going to take the second bulb first. He's going to give a signal to the starter. And it's going to be a pro tree. I think I got him a tiny bit on the tree. I think I got him at 60 foot 2, 146 to 156. He's going to pass me here. Whoa, close race. Trap speed than I did. That was a good run. I had him just a little bit on that pro tree. Not quite enough though. For those of you new to the channel, you might be wondering about this goofy Pro Tree sign. My wife made it for me because I've had 1,700 Tesla time slips, over 1,700, and just about all of those, 99%, are on a full tree, full sportsman tree, not Pro Tree. So Pro Tree is definitely the exception.
Where's his back panel?
Yeah, he just took it off.
Oh, okay.
He ran a 902, we ran a 922 at 149.8, and he took us just by a little bit at the finish line, and a 146 60 foot. So you see, that's the difference of being the first cars down as opposed to the previous pass with Kyle, where I had a 151 60 foot after dozens of cars had been down in those lanes, and the traction just wasn't there. There wasn't much glue left. So we got half a tenth faster right on the 60 foot. And that allowed us to run a 922 this time, as opposed to the 926. Of course, our charge is a little less. This is our best 8th mile time of the day, 596. Fun pass. Good pass, Matt.
It's fun again on that one.
Yeah, I saw your mile an hour was down. But
it was the same mile an hour.
I knew you were going to come around. I think he's going to do better on the Nittos. And I think for his 4th pass tonight, he's going to go for the Nittos. So. My prediction is the Nittos will give him the best 60 foot and therefore the best total pass, even though he's going to be at the lowest charge of the entire night. So this is going to be our 3rd pass together. The crazy thing on that 2nd pass is that we out 60 footed Kyle's car by a tenth of a second, and he's at least 500 if not 600 pounds lighter than we are. So that just made no sense. Now, these slicks that are on there, I'm sure those are great tires for a road course, but I'm not sure they're the right tire out here, and especially because they're not 28 inches in diameter, they're about 27 inches. So I think he's going to do better on the Nittos. All right, 83% battery state of charge, drag strip mode, peak performance ready. He's got a bulb, I've got a bulb. He's got 2, I've got 2. And he's going to give the guy a signal. Now, got him on the tree again. Now, got him on the 60 foot again. 148 to 157. He's probably going to catch me again here. Oh, that was really close. Got him on the tree again. Got him on the 60 foot again. 148 to 157. He's probably going to catch me again here. Oh, that was really, oh, he got the inline. I saw that on the side. But that was a closer race than the first one. Looks like we're having some GoPro issues here tonight. That's unfortunate. He just got me. I can tell he just got me at the end.
923 at 150.
923, all right. So our car's running pretty consistent. 923, 150.05. We saw that mile an hour earlier tonight. Just a shade slower than our 922 on the last pass. Remember, we're down to 80% battery state of charge after that run. But we did have a 148 60 foot and a 598 to half track. We almost held him off. Not quite, but when he's that much lighter, it's almost a foregone conclusion he's going to catch us.
I guess we'll try those Nittos.
All right, so I brought out the Nittos that I've run on this car many times, especially in 2021. You can see all those runs on the channel. Martian MW03 wheels, lightweight forged wheels. Kyle just put them on his Plaid. We're hoping those will give him the traction he needs. All right, here we go. Looks like the outside GoPros are working now. It's usually not this good at the end of the night. We're like the last 2 cars out here now. Almost 10 o'clock. All right, 80% battery state of charge, drag strip mode, peak performance ready. She's gonna give a signal to the starter, and then we're gonna get a Pro Tree. Oh man, I completely missed it. All right, 879, 156. That's his best run of the night. I was telling him those tires would make a difference. I've been saying all night, my prediction he's going to get his best run out of these Nittos. And they wanted to exhaust all possibilities with those Yokohama slicks. Heating them up, cleaning them off, trying different things.
He's happy.
He is, he should be.
879.
Yeah. I gave him those tires to run. Oh, another 922, awesome.
Hey, we figured
His best run of the night. We're still running 922s, and we're down at 77% battery state of charge. Look at that. A little down a mile an hour, 149.63, but another 922. All right, we're down to 77% battery state of charge. We're still running 922s. So if the traction had been better earlier, those first couple of passes should have been 918, 919, kind of like they were last time we were out here. We're going to swap lanes, make one last pass, because it's just about 10 o'clock. This track's looking to close. So Kyle's going to try to warm up his battery a little faster. Mine's been at drag strip mode, peak performance ready for quite some time. Let's see if we can get a clean tree this time. Let's see if we can get a clean tree here. Yo, Sean! You're gonna wait for a signal, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Okay, he's gonna give a signal, then we're gonna see a pro tree. There it goes. I got a little on the tree. He's got a 147, 60 foot or 145, and he's going to come around us again. I'm guessing it wasn't another 922 though. We're at 74% battery state of charge. Probably 920, high 920?
924.
924, not too bad.
I'll see you over there in a minute.
You know what he's got?
902.
902. Huh, going the wrong direction. So all 920s for us tonight. A couple of 922s and 924, and slowest was 926. It was our second pass. The only variable was the amount of traction we had on each given pass. So those are the Nittos that I've been running on my Plaid on the Martian MW03 wheels. Glad I brought them out tonight because all of Kyle's fastest runs have been on those tires. And he's running the stock Michelin's on the front. Remember, the front axle's only got half the power of the rear axle. All right, here's Kyle's final pass of the night. He's still in our Nittos. Let's see if he can best that 879. There goes. Another 879. 879. You want to get another one?
We got a few minutes. Let's send it. I'll run the battery out.
So that was 879. How'd that compare to the other one? Was it the same trap?
Same thing. 8 miles, like slightly better, but same 60 foot. So we're down we're still a little slower than the best 60 foot we've done. Hey, they want to see this go down in reverse. They think it's faster. Screw that, I can't see on road. 870.
Next on the Tesla Plaid channel.
Okay, let's give everything its fair shake, okay? Let's judge the car. If we're going to judge the car, let's judge it on its merits of what it brings.
I think it's kind of funny how Kyle put a Honda logo on the front of this Plaid. He's got a good sense of humor. Very interesting setup, the way they put this together. Charging port hanging here off the back in its original position. Yeah, I'd probably be a little reluctant to relocate that as well. Looks like they closed up the back. Last time I saw this thing was open up in the back end so you could climb through. But it's also got an escape hatch on the top, which is kind of cool. So my understanding is that car is about 700 pounds lighter than stock, and we're only about 170 pounds lighter than stock. Now, we've run a bunch of 910s in this car, and it looked like the E-Roy over there has been running 9.0s this past week, mostly due to traction issues. I mean, these low profile tires, these Michelins that are on the 21s, they're just not great drag racing tires. So hopefully one of the other sets of tires out here tonight, either these Nittos, or I think my buddy Blake Fuller brought some actual slicks mounted on rims for a Plaid. We'll try one or the other, maybe both, see if we can get a better time. Because that thing should be running probably 860s in its current setup if it's on a full charge with a good launch and traction. Those 9.0s were significantly substandard when you consider we're already running 910s in this full-bodied Plaid. Basically just the rear seats and some additional trim removed. Now our Plaid over here has got all 20 speakers still in, including the subwoofer. It's got all door panels, got the passenger seat, all the airbags, center console, dashboard, center screen, all that's still in place. So basically just the rear seats and everything behind the rear seats